everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to teach you how to draw a dragon head side view portrait. So let's just get started. A lot of people like to start with a circle for the head. I usually go for an oval just because that's more of the shape that a dragon's head is. I know some people draw a circle and then draw out the jawline like you would with a human. I just find that's an extra step. But yeah. And then, so I will close that off. And then I like to take a guide, and it's really just to get the proportion of how long your neck is. It's not going to be a center line or anything like that. It's just helping you get the proportion from the neck to the chest and shoulders. And your guide for that is kind of going to be like an M or a wonky mountain type of thing. So I always like to start here. It's kind of a sharp slope up, then down, and a nice gentle slope down to that. And then this continue like that. So basically, size of your head, you want to be about the size of your shoulders, or at least the guides for your shoulder. Now focusing in on the head, we will start with the details. So I like to give my dragons a brow bone. It kind of helps with the placement of the eye, and it gives the face more of a shape. So I'll start about halfway down the oval. You'll just kind of make a curved line right there, and then it'll straighten, and then it'll come all the way back to here, and that is your brow line. Sometimes I will go down and make that a bit more curved. I don't know who was driving a loud truck at like 2 in the morning, but okay. And then we will go on to the mouth. So this is the front of our face, and I'm just gonna draw a line down and like that. Kind of gives the dragon a bit more of a beak-like look. If you didn't want to do that, you could just round it off right here. It's not too hard to alter things. And then a line for the mouth. I like to make it slightly curved. Mouths are not perfectly straight. And then for your lower jaw, I like to start right after the beak and just do a straight line back. Then to actually get the jaw of your dragon, I will take my line for the mouth, and I'll just go a little bit further and up. So, I mean, if you really split this in half, it'd be 1/4 of the way, and then, yeah. So I start here, and I go up a little bit, and I kind of round it. I like to keep my dragon's features a bit more angular. And then your jaw, will connect. And then that is your dragon's jaw. So now that we have that, you can go up. I like to make a little bump for the nostril right there. And then just bring a nice line right there. Nostril. And then your eye, as I said earlier, your brow bone will help with your eye. So I always put my eye, it slightly interlaps with the brow bone, but it's right there at the edge. And then you can add all the details you want. The other thing about this brow bone is it's where I will later on connect a horn. Yeah, it's called a horn. A horn later on if I want to. But for now, we're going to move on to the rest of the body. So I will go about right here on the brow bone, and your line will connect to here. So it doesn't connect to down here, it connects to here. And I like to go bottom to top. I just find that helps my lines more. You do what works for you. And like I said, this line right here, you don't even need it right now. You can erase it. It's just to help you get your proportions. It's not to help you get the width or anything like that. So yeah, I'll do a little bit of a line here, and then I'll come up from the bottom and connect it. And then your line for your jaw, or your neck underneath your jaw, it'll start about right here, kind of come up and curve. And I'm going to erase this line now because sometimes it can trip you up. And there is your neck, and then you can go ahead and erase your shoulder line. Don't erase it all the way. You still want to kind of see where this curve was, because next we're going to add detail to the neck. So your dragon's belly usually wraps around the neck and the chest slightly. So that is what we're going to be showing. So you see at this curve, the line's going to go back this way. But coming to the curve, it's going to go the opposite way. So you're going to get a bit of an S. And once again, this is just a portrait view. Yeah, and then usually there will be a wing. And then you can add your scales and detail. So for a horn, I did not give myself much room for this. Classic me. We'll go with kind of just your classic horn. So I will draw a line right here that's kind of, you can see it's kind of curved up here. So that gives it the look of, you have your straight line here, but you will have a bump here, and that gives it a bit more of a 3D effect, I guess. It gives it depth. And then because this is a straight on side view, unless the horns are crooked, you will not see the other one. You could also go ahead and add a side horn right here. You could also add one here, right here. You could add one to the nose, to the cheeks. You can add horns anywhere on a dragon. It's a fictional creature. And then you could also add spikes if you wanted to. And this is me being quick about it. I will show you guys an example of one that I took more time on, just so you can get a better idea of what this can look like if you take your time. And then concerning the detail of the neck, this is just going to be small scales or smooth skin. This is going to be the curve over from the belly, so that's going to have a bit more texture. So I will start at this curve right here and just draw a small line down the middle just as a reference point. And then I will start adding scales. And that line is your center point for your scales, as you can see. And that is your side view of a dragon. If you think your neck might be too wide at the bottom, my suggestion would just be to erase the simpler side and go down like that. If you heard that, I'm sorry, it was my dog farting. Gross. You're gross. And then, yeah, that is everything. You could add more detail to the wing here. You could also just not have the wing here, and add a bit more of a shoulder, or a back there. But once again, this is just a portrait view, so head and neck. I hope this was helpful to any of you who wanted to draw a dragon side portrait, or just entertaining to those of you who like watching my videos, which there's only like 50 of you subscribed, so who knows. Anyways, once again, I hope this was helpful. Like, comment, subscribe, I don't usually say that in my videos, do I? But yeah, have a good rest of your day, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye!